WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
At the Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert, only on the NFHS Network, brought to you by New Image Media.
Welcome to the Week 5 installation of the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Hope everybody's doing well out there. We'll kick things off tonight with Hector Perez with the new locks.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm happy to have my, I guess, sort of long hair, sort of short hair. It's in the middle. I like it like that.
All right, you like it shorter like that?
Yeah, it was getting a little bit much. You know,
man, if you're going to cut it off, you're supposed to cut it off during the summertime. Now we're headed toward the wintertime. You're going to be missing it.
That's why I kept it in the middle, you know, make sure that I'm ready for the winter when it comes. It'll be a couple months before it goes out, but it goes out pretty fast.
Very good. So what's going on in the Zaxby's world?
You know, I guess one of the things I did want to mention is, remember they came out, you know, if you do have the Zaxby's app downloaded, on September 27th, they're going to be doing a BOGO, buy one, get one free for the boneless wing meal. So if you order it through the app, there you go. If you order it through the app, you'll get a boneless wing meal offer.
Okay, very good.
Well.
That's 27th September.
Yes.
In the app.
Yes.
At any location.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Any location, anywhere.
Any location, you get a BOGO if you order through the app. So if you want to spend, $10, I think, get an extra $10 for free and feed your partner. Get a free meal.
I'm digging.
Get a good date night.
I'm digging. I'm all about that. All right, free food, man. I'm always about free food. So the BOGO, available through the app. Download it today. Your points never expire.
No.
Can you? What can't you do in the app? Can you order catering through the app?
I think you can order through the catering through the app, so it's a lot easier that way too for some people because straight to the phone rather than going to your computer. You can just pick up your phone and be like, God, I want a 60-finger platter. Probably easier that way. I like it. All right. Download the Zaxby's app today. Check it out. And don't forget the buy one, get one offer in the app on the 27th September. Yes, sir. See, some days you are kind of, got good stuff. Yeah. And other days you got really good stuff. Yeah. That was worth the price of admission. Was it, today's the 19th, right? Today actually is the day that Zaxby's corporate released 2 popsicles. For Zaxby's, one was a tongue torch flavor, one was a Zax sauce flavor. It was super out of nowhere. I didn't even know about it. Did you try them both? No, they sold out. I mean, they were free. You had to pay for shipping and everything, but they were free, and I didn't even know about it. They didn't even tell me. So people are out there that got the Zaxby's sauce. Let me know how they are, because they were. Wait a minute, I got to make sure I'm tracking this. Yep. They made popsicles out of the Zaxby sauce. Out of the Zaxby sauce and the tongue torch sauce. And, to be fair, I mean, in Hispanic culture, you have a lot of spicy stuff when it comes to, food and stuff like that. So I was curious more than anything how that would taste. I'm down to try it. I'm going to ask him and see if they can give me. Rod's going to be at a conference this weekend for Zaxby, so I'm going to make sure that he asks for some so I can bring some next time. Definitely. I'll have them ready for you. I'm 100% down. All right, man, well, you're loading it up tonight. Thanks as always to Zaxby's and their support of local sports and everything else you do in the community. Anything else you'd like to add? No, other than that, make sure you have that app ready for you. I'm going to be ready for it. Get the app. Get the app right now. The 27th of September, buy one, get one free. Let's take advantage of y'all. Yeah, I mean, it's free food. Why not, right? Love it. All right, we'll see you after the break, and I don't know who's going to be with us next, but we'll figure it out during the break. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
All right, soldiers. Today we decide. Are we going to run and hide? Or are we going to fight? They think it's over. Well, they got another thing coming. Because today, we're going big.
Introducing Zaxby's new signature sandwich with a double hand-breaded filet, split-top bun, and Zax sauce, or new spicy Zax sauce. Only at Zaxby's.
We have a home at 225 Sainsbury Place.
Bring it.
We have automobiles.
Bring it.
I have golf clubs.
Bring it.
We have a trampoline.
Bring it.
I have jewelry.
Bring it. For all your home, auto, life,
all your insurance needs, give us a call at 919-774-4440.
Come see us in person, 1720 West Everett Drive in Sanford, right beside Dexter Steakhouse.
North Carolina Farm Bureau is a proud sponsor of
Scholar Athlete of the Week Award.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. The first two coaches tonight, Coach Steve Burdeau, Lee County Yellow Jackets. How are you, Coach?
Not too bad, not too bad.
All right. I talked to your counterpart earlier today. He's not very happy. I bet you were shiny and smiley. Coming down to Union Pines, walked out of there 59-0. Should we talk about extra points?
Yeah, we definitely got to work some or something. Which I was talking with somebody earlier, and they asked about that same question, and we work it every day for, really it's a 10-minute period, 5 minutes with the OL just and 5 minutes with everybody, and then even kids after practice and snap. So, 10 to 15 minutes a day.
So for those of you that didn't see the game, you get an opportunity after this broadcast. Going to replay the Union Pines Lee County game. 5 straight extra points blocked, which I thought might be a state record. You were close, but you didn't quite get on the bad end of that.
Yeah.
But was it something that you guys were doing protection-wise? Was the trajectory on the kicks?
It was honestly something different every time. A couple times somebody missed a block. A couple times it was a great snap. A couple times it was a great kick. So it was just a combination every time, a different spot that kind of trickled into all of them.
All right, I just had to mess with you a little bit, make sure you guys aren't getting a little overconfident.
No.
We're at 5-0
points. Yeah.
I will tell you, I went back 20 years. 48-0 last week, 59-0 this week. A little quick math, that's a 107-point differential. That is the biggest point differential in back-to-back road games in the last 20 years for Lee County. Wow. A lot of things went well, and I'm going to hit where I missed. Mark Schlesinger, sort of a breakout game. Finally got the ball down the field. I know you guys have been working on it. You've been that close a couple of times. Hit a big one down the middle to Isaiah Peoples for a touchdown. Hit Kendall Morris later in the game down the field. If you all can add that vertical passing game consistently, you're going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, I hope so. We have that threat. Even Logan Walker and Jaden Hill on the outside are guys that can do it too. We barely missed one to Logan. I think we have those guys. We just got to connect on a few of them.
All right. In the running game, sort of same song, different week.
Yeah.
B.J. Brown goes for 200 yards again. Now second in the state in rushing. We were talking about that before we came on. Optimally, how many touches do you foresee as we go through the rest of conference play each week for him?
Yeah, I think it just depends on what the other team is doing, but I think that give or take a few, around 20 is a good number with him touching the ball. He might touch it different ways, but he's pretty talented when he has it in his hand. So had another big play on a good job by Mark getting the ball out in space, like a 20-yard reception too that ended up being a big play for that series.
It was. Jerry Chalmers and I were on the call. We talked about it pregame. He hadn't seen Union Pines up close and personal. I thought the strength of their team, best position group on the team, was their linebacking group, and I thought that they would do more to stop those runs that got to the second level, but going from 7-yard runs to 20-yard runs. But it just seemed that whether it was blocked up well or BJ made something miss, and he showed us a gear that's uncommon. What do you think the key to a 200-yard night against a group of linebackers like that was?
I think the first few yards is always going to be the offensive line and them creating that hole, and obviously BJ seeing it and having the vision. And then from there, it's the receivers making blocks. If the receivers are downfield, they don't always maybe get as much credit as they should for those things, but without them, those big runs don't happen.
All right, 7 turnovers forced by the defense. Yep. How many games have you been a part of where you've turned over 7 times?
Yeah, and not many, and also hadn't missed 5 extra points either. Though, so
lots of milestones, man.
Right.
Lots of milestones. All right. Anything you'd like to add before we start giving away hardware tonight, Coach?
Yeah, the one thing I was proud to see, and other than the PATs, I think special teams-wise we played pretty well. We did return a kick, and it did come back by penalty. We had great kickoffs and kickoff coverage all night, so Alonzo did play well overall. We didn't punt again. That's a good thing.
All right, so headed down to Rayford this weekend. Hope County, I think there's in fact I know because I've talked to a lot of people. Everybody's kind of wondering how good is Hope County? It's a team last year that we saw, and I would have stacked their skill position guys up against anybody in the conference, but they really kind of sputtered through conference play. They've had some big wins. They've also had some games where there's kind of scratching their head where they trailed late to come back, but a big win against Scotland. And you know, Scotland, people are trying to figure out what's going on there. How good is Hope County?
So I think the same guys you're talking about athletically last year, they're back. I'm saying number 9, the running back, number 1, who played quarterback receiver, is playing exclusively really at receiver now. They have an athletic kid playing receiver. So I think athletically they can match up with anybody. Even the games they lost by 1 point to an undefeated Grays Creek team, and then they let up some points in a fourth quarter against 71st that made that game stretch out. But otherwise, it's been a really good season so far. Athletically, they'll be the best team we've seen so far. Overall, as a team, I think they'll be the best team we've seen so far. So
that's high praise.
Yeah.
High praise. And on the road, that's a long trip down to Rayford. Not much farther than not much shorter than when you went to Virginia.
Right, it's different. Yeah.
But we'll be there with you. What are they going to try to do?
So they have a running back who has about 900 yards rushing, and the receiver is dynamic going down the field. So they do a good job of getting those two guys the ball, and they get them each a lot of touches. The quarterback can stretch out the field with his legs and his arms. So they're pretty dynamic on offense.
All right. On offense, you guys, I mean, you play the same style of defense pretty much everybody would match up. But on offense, expecting the same sort of balance we've seen up to this point. I mean, now that you're completing the ball down the field, can we look for a little bit more pass-run mix, or are you not willing to talk about it?
No, I'm fine to talk about it. I think even the South Granville game we had started, we went into that game thinking we were going to throw the ball a little bit more, and our game plan changed as we got into the game. Mecklenburg County was a different situation where they lined up, and really we got on them early, so we just kind of kept running. This past week was probably a little bit more balanced. Ideally, we're a little bit more balanced because we have some skilled guys that can really be dynamic at receiver too, and that helps get guys out the box to make it easier on BJ and those guys running the ball.
All right, very good. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with some hardware. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris. This is Coach. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
At King Law Firm, we draft wills and healthcare power of attorney to protect individuals' wishes. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free. The consultation is free. The advice is priceless. King Law Firm. We fight to make it right.
We have a home at 225 Sainsbury Place.
Bring it.
We have automobiles.
Bring it.
I have golf clubs.
Bring it.
We have a trampoline.
Bring it.
I have jewelry.
Bring it. For all your home,
Auto,
life,
all your insurance needs, give us a call at 919-774-4440.
come see us in person. 1720 West Everett Drive in Sanford, right beside Dexter Steakhouse.
North Carolina Farm Bureau is a proud sponsor of
Scholar Athlete of the Week Award.
If you've been injured in a car crash, the personal injury lawyers at King Law Firm will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
All right, welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I got a whole bunch of folks with us now. First, we'll start with you, Mr. Fouchy, Mayor Fouchy from First Bank. Appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate all the support the First Bank gives to local sports and our coverage of those sports. What's going on in the First Bank world?
A lot of things, man. We're in the community as much as possible. We're out here to help. We're the community bank of Sanford in my eyes. We're the best bank at Sanford. When you walk in the door, we're family, you know. So if you need anything, I just urge you to come see us, give us a call. Anything you need, we got you.
All right, so I'm looking to put together a couple trust accounts for my grandkids. You guys can do that?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll get with you. I'll get with you after the
Please.
show. Coach, he sounds like you guys. You're like, we're the best.
Right, no
I like
doubt.
it. All right, before you say anything about these guys, I want to say something about your quarterback, Mark Schlesinger. We've been hard on you. You know, Jerry and I have been after you. This was the game, I don't think between the two of us we saw you make a bad throw. And I think the biggest thing that we saw that we commented on and we talked about it after the game was there were a couple times where you didn't try to make something happen when it wasn't there and got rid of the ball and didn't make a bad situation worse. And there were a couple times where you had a guy that was in coverage and you threw the ball into a space where only the receiver is going to have a shot at it. Is that by design? Is that the next step in your evolution, or did you just get lucky? I'm just playing. Talk about that.
I don't know. We worked a lot of it in practice. We worked a lot of it since week 1, but I'm just getting used to it, and wide receivers working with me more and more.
All right. What do you still have to work on?
I need my rushing yards now. I'm still working on it fast.
All right. In goal line, I don't know how you don't get a crack every time. I'll give him Coach on that. But no, Coach, what do you got?
So, offensive player of the week this week was Mark Schlesinger, almost 200 yards passing, had a rushing touchdown. I think it was 11 for 15 completion-wise, and two of those were drops. So I'm saying it could have been 13 for 15 with 2 more touchdowns. So Mark continues to elevate the offense. So he was the offensive player of the week this week. On defense, we selected Kendall as a defensive player, but really it was probably a little bit of everything. He has on defense. He did have an interception with a good return. I don't believe they called a ball on his side of the field or on him. So doing his job on defense. He also returned that kickoff that we talked about getting called back. Had a touchdown on offense. Called a couple passes. So doing a lot of things in all 3 phases.
All right. I wonder, when you were making that kickoff return, did you know there was a flag before you got to the end zone? What's the feeling when you've gone the distance and you look back and you realize there's yellow on the field?
I mean, I was running, saw Ethan behind me running after me, turned around after I get out of bounds, and heart kind of broke.
All right.
Mine too.
And on the interception, I know every time you get the ball on defense in a broken field like that, you're trying to go to the house. Talk about that.
I look back at film. I could have went right. Probably would have returned it.
So it was there?
Yeah.
All right. Coach, 2 phenomenal ball players here. They both had a great week. It was a great week all the way around. Hopefully you keep it going down there in Rayford. What do you guys see from Hope County?
They're going to play hard.
Well, it was the same as last year, athletic. They'll give us, not give us, but we'll be all right.
Fair enough. The awards, that is the Offensive Player of the Week trophy. They're from Mr. Schlesinger.
Good plan.
And a $25 Zaxby's gift card. And on defense, Mr. Morris. Congratulations, guys. Any last words?
Finally getting some offensive service.
I know, right?
Stock up, right?
Well earned, too. You can't be much more efficient than we were this week. Coach, any last words?
These guys are doing a great job. They just got to keep it going. Hopefully we see them a couple more times this year.
All right. Good luck at Hope County this weekend. We'll be down there. Jerry Chalmers. I think the whole crew's going to be there. I think Nate's going to be there. Jerry's going to be there. It'll be a fantastic Friday night. All right. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Farm Bureau Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Hi, I'm Pat McCracken. With over 30 years of educational experience and a current member of the Board of Education, I bring exceptional knowledge of key strategies needed for student success. From interacting at schools to Friday night football, I have a passion to see all students excel academically, athletically, and socially. I am focused on the total success of every student in Lee County schools. I am Pat McCracken, and I approve this message. Paid for by the committee to elect Pat McCracken.
Lamco Homes, from concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Lamco Homes, our standards are others' options.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Welcome the Farm Bureau Wonder Twins. What's going on, guys?
Another day in paradise.
Boy, Hunter and Carson, you always light up a room. You guys are always so happy.
It's just part of life. I mean, you got to be. If you say this,
I'm leaving the practice law. I'm going to sell insurance with you guys. I don't smile as much as y'all do.
We need somebody.
All right. I hear you. All right, guys. Anything going on with Farm Bureau that you'd like to share with the world?
Man, insurance ties along in with your mortgage rates. 5%, a lot of people are panicking right now over, but historically it's a good number. Get with your banks. First Bank can handle it. Get with some local lenders, and it goes along with Life Insurance Awareness Month as far as protecting your mortgage. If something happens to you, you want to make sure that if you die or your spouse dies, that brand new house you just got is going to get paid for and you ain't got to sell it.
I love it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, to add on what he said, I think I mentioned it last week, 2 weeks ago. Life Insurance Awareness Month is all of September. So anytime you have a change of life, buy a house, that's a big one, buying a truck, anything like that, come sit down with us, go over everything, make sure you have enough coverage.
All right, Coach, you got enough coverage?
I hope so. I might have to check in.
Babies.
Yeah.
Babies are good ones. You got any more babies?
I don't know. I do not.
All right, Coach, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Yeah, Lance Womble, senior offensive lineman, playing some center, playing some guard, doing a little bit of everything for us up front. Doing an outstanding job as a leader and willing to do whatever the team needs him to do.
All right, it's the proverbial question. I ask every offensive lineman that comes on here, given the choice, pass block, run block.
Run block.
Always. That's, y'all, the road graders.
Yeah.
What position do you feel is best suited for you on that line? And you don't have to say wherever Coach tells me to play, I promise.
Really? I like to work on my snaps a little bit more, but
Okay.
I feel like I could really help us at center.
Okay.
But I also like playing guard too, so wherever they need me, that's where I'll play.
Very good.
He said he wants to take a couple snaps. He wants a little wildcat package where he's asking for.
Look, I wouldn't want to tackle him, especially late in the game. I mean, shoot, not me. What are your plans academically after you graduate?
I want to go to A&T and pursue animal science.
All right, very good. Very, very good. Coach, any other observations, words?
No, Lance is. We have a senior offensive line group, and Lance is one of those guys that's worked his butt off for 4 years and doing a great job in the classroom as well as on the field. So we're proud of how hard he's working, and he continues to push his team.
All right, from an offensive lineman's perspective, what kind of challenges does Hope County pose this weekend?
I mean, every week's a new challenge. We're going into it. We want to run the ball. Just stick with that.
All right, so basically they don't pose any challenges. Y'all gonna run the ball.
Yeah, they're going to pose a challenge, but we just stick to our game. We should be good.
All right, do you guys keep track? B.J. Brown is on a phenomenal roll. Through 5 games, over 1,000 yards, number 2 in the state in rushing yards. Do you guys keep track of that? Do you take any pride in that as an offensive line group?
Yeah, we definitely take pride in it. We know he's cutting off us, so we do our jobs. He'll find somewhere to run.
All right, very good. Congratulations. The Farm Bureau Scholar Athlete of the Week trophy. That's good stuff. And a $25 Zaxby's gift card to go with.
Appreciate it.
All right. Good luck at Hope County this weekend. Keep up the good work. Coach, any last thoughts before we part ways?
They will have a big crowd this week, so we need some people to travel down to Hope. They just came off a big win. They always have a good atmosphere with their band and a crowd anyway. I'm sure it'll be even bigger this week. So we need some people to ride down from Sanford and support us.
All right. It seems like it's 1,000 hours away. Yeah. It's really, you can get there in about 55 minutes. Mm-hmm. Get in the car, make the trip. We were a little concerned early about game time as to how many people were there at Union Pines on the traveling side. But over the course of the first quarter or so, it kind of filled up and it was a good crowd. Come on out. 5-0 Lee County goes down to Rayford and to take on Hope County. All the support they can get would be greatly appreciated. And you'll see a great ball game one way or the other. All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Southern League Cavaliers. You're watching the Zaxby's Coach Show. I'm Chris. This is Coach. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Legal matters involving the family can be emotionally draining, complex, and difficult for all involved. Call the highly skilled attorneys at King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, joined by Coach Blanks from Southern League Cavaliers. Coach, how are you?
Doing well. Doing well.
All right, so Richmond County, a legacy program. You guys hosted them this weekend, and tough in the first half. You guys were with them every step of the way. What went well in the first half?
Effort. I mean, our guys are starting to buy into the process. They're buying into the fact that, like I said, we have to have that Marine Corps mentality. And we just came out and we just played tough football. I mean, take that first possession away, we fumbled the first snap of the game.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of hurts us and puts us behind because they scored a few plays later. But I mean, our guys just play hard football. Just play hard-nosed, blue-collar football.
Well, Robbie Sims, sophomore quarterback, very efficient against a big-time program. Talk about his development over the course of this season.
Robbie came to us during the summer, right at the end of the summer. He moved in from Georgia. So we've been developing him as a quarterback. B.J. Blanks was going to be our starting quarterback until Robbie came. So we figured Robbie would give us the best chance to be able to move B.J. somewhere else to use his athleticism. But he's developing every game. He's learning to make his reads. He's learning to carry the offense. He's becoming a leader. So he's a good football player. He's a real smart kid.
So what would be the scouting report for folks that haven't seen Southern Lee play? What does he bring to the table in terms of skill set?
Just his ability to lead. His ability to lead. He's starting to develop in the passing game, but he's a born leader. He gets the guys together. He talks to the guys. He's putting guys in the right spot. So his ability to lead is what's carrying him right now.
All right, pretty obvious from the statistics. One of the objectives every week to get the ball into Anthony Robinson's hands.
Yes.
8 catches for 80+ yards. What changed in the second half? Game was nip and tuck through the first half.
Like I said, one attrition. We had some guys go down. First of all, we started the game without 4 starters. So we 23 players strong, and you start the game without 4 starters. So we were kind of, so we was hoping nobody would go down, but we had a couple guys who get injured to go down, and so the second half, then we came out and we turned the ball over, and they returned it for a touchdown. So I think that was a turn in the game is when they scored that touchdown. It kind of like knocked the wind out of us a little bit, but it was just attrition. Our guys just eventually just got wild because everybody's going both ways.
Yeah.
So with a team like that pounds the ball like Richmond did, it kind of like wore on us. And second half it just kind of wore us down.
Yeah, in any circumstance, that's the thing with Richmond is they're going to roll out. They're going to dress 80 folks.
Yeah.
Everybody's a specialist and leaning on you. Going to face a little bit of the same thing with Scotland this weekend. Yeah. Scotland maybe not as big, but they offer some dynamic backs.
Yeah.
A lot of hoopla about their quarterback. Yeah. They've had a very up and down season up to this point. They come in at 2-3. Most people would have thought they'd be in a different posture. What do you see from them, and what can you exploit, take advantage of this weekend?
Definitely, their running back is the strength of their team. That guy, at any time he can break one. He's not as dynamic as B.J. Brown, but he's on that same category as far as his acceleration and him getting in and out of cuts. So I figure if we can stop that part of the game, I think we can exploit and make them try to throw the football. I don't think their quarterbacks is good throwing the football. Those guys have a tendency to make some bad throws. I think if we can put a little pressure on them and play some good coverage, we can get 2 or 3 picks here, and I think win that turnover game and give ourselves a good chance to win.
All right, and same thing on offense. I'm sure is always try to get the ball into playmakers.
Yeah.
I talked to a couple of folks from around the conference this week, and we were talking about Southern Lee, and they all say the same thing. They got athletes, and that's sort of been the legacy. We talked a little bit about it last week. Is Southern Lee, doesn't matter what else is going on, they're always going to have a guy or two that you give him a step and he's gone.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Laurinburg going to be a tough environment.
Yeah.
Again, a legacy program, you're playing against reputation, but you guys seem unfazed.
Yeah, for us, it's about, like I said, that Marine Corps mentality. It's about us going up and just playing tough. We don't care who it is or where they're from. We kind of tell our guys to put that, in the back of their minds and just play football. Put your pants on the same way they put their pants on, and just go out and play smash mouth football.
All right, Coach.
Old school football.
I'm looking forward to a good game this weekend against Scotland in Laurinburg. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back on the other side to give away some hardware.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at wilkinsoncars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris. This is Coach. I'm not coaching. And this is Mr. Fushi, all things First Bank. Anything you want to add? We kind of covered a lot of ground in the first segment.
We did. I do want to just hit on our bank card services that First Bank's offering right now. If you need a credit card, we have a really great product. It's 0% for the first year. Get your shopping, 2.5% cash back. If you want to get some money, you need to come see us.
0% for the first year and 2.5% cash back. How long is the 2.5% cash back run?
That's throughout the card. Always going to get cash back on the card.
You just got my attention, sir. All right. Yeah, we might have to come down and check that out. What about balance transfers?
We can offer balance transfers.
0% on those balance transfers for a year? No. Oh man, I'll be that close to being perfect. That's still good though. 2.5% cash back. That's very interesting. We might have to have a conversation about that. You too, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. We'll be around to see you.
Please.
All right. Coach, who you got with us?
We got our offensive player of the game, Robbie Sims, sophomore quarterback, just moved in from Georgia. He's starting to get the feel of what we're trying to do, starting to get the feel of how to run the offense and how to do things like we need them done. He had some big passes this week, had a 70-yard touchdown throw, and a couple of good reads. He's learning to step up in the pocket. So he's developing. We want to be a run-first team, but he's developing in that passing game. That should help our running game when we start getting more passing going. So he's our offensive player of the game. Then we have Jadarian Hamilton. He was actually started the year off as a linebacker, and we moved him down to defensive end, and the light came on. That's what he needs to play at. He needs to play defensive end for. He gets to the ball. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had 13 tackles. So he's really getting the hang of the defense, playing that position. It's gonna be. He's gonna be a hard stop.
All right, let's start with the quarterback first. I asked Coach for a scouting report, and he said leader. I want to know how you would scout yourself. What would your scouting report be if you were describing your game to somebody that doesn't know?
For somebody that didn't know my game, I would describe myself as like I'm very efficient. Like as Coach said, getting to the ball. I like to work with the defense too. So like, if I'm going to the ball, we all need to be going to the ball. Everybody need to route to the ball, 11 hands to the ball. Things like that.
All right, what's your favorite route to throw?
I'll talk to the different one. That's quarterback. Yeah, he was talking to you, Robbie, I think.
My favorite route to throw is post. That's my favorite route.
All right.
Safety movement.
All right. How often do they let you let it rip?
Not too often, but when it's there, I'll throw it.
All right. How would you self-scout? What would your scouting report on yourself be?
To put pressure on me, stop me from stepping up into the pocket and throwing.
All right. Dual threat?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet? All right. But you're working on it. All right. What else? What do you have? What do you want to do developmental-wise between now and the end of the year?
Work on my passing game and my run game, my vision.
Okay. All right. Future's bright. I mean, you got two and a half years of football ahead of you. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited. Coach, anything else you'd like to add?
Just these, like I said, I think people need to start being aware that there's something. It took us a while to get going. Coach McClure came in. He's doing a great job of giving us an identity. I know we always had that. We're going to keep playing to the end of the game identity. But I think now we're starting to develop more into the schemes that we want to run and what type of team we want to be. And we put on a pretty good group of guys out there on the football field. We're going to be tough. We're going to play hard. We're not going to quit. Like I said, we got that mentality where. So it's a good show. I mean, and I wish more people would come out and watch us play. I mean, I wish when I tell them winning cures everything. So I tell the guys if we win, we'll start getting more of that around. We'll get y'all to, y'all to do more of our games. You know what I'm saying? Because we're still competing against the guys across town. But our guys, like I said, they're scrapping, they're fighting. Like I said, we're 23 strong. 23 guys who want to play football, who love playing football, and just come out and check us out because we put on a good show.
All right. Apart from coming out on game night, what can the community do to help prop up the program? I mean, we can't. When we went into COVID, there was kind of a breakdown with volunteers and folks who run concessions and this, that, and the other. Does the program need anything specifically right now?
Again, winning cures everything, but we need the same thing everybody else. I mean, of course, we need more booster support. We need more administration support. We need more school board support. We have a lot of guys who should be going to our school who goes to the school across town. I mean, just bring it up because it's a fact. Like I said, I coach a lot of those guys in middle school, so I know where those guys live, but they're allowed to go to the other school. So, but we tell our guys is we're gonna work with what we got, so we can just get more support as far as getting the athletes to come out and play, even the guys we got in the school. We got some basketball kids, some baseball kids who probably could be good football players, but they're not playing. So we can just get more kids to come out and play football. It would make for a much better program.
All right, very good. Merritt, anything else to add?
That's everything I got. Just please call on First Bank.
All right, I'm gonna get that credit card, man. I'm kind of fired up about that. All right, so we'll get together on that.
Sir.
All right, and the trust accounts. Yes. All right, if you would present the hardware for us, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Good plan, man. And
I do have to ask. So you made the position switch from linebacker to defensive end. What are the different challenges? What's the difference in the thought process that you've had to make?
For one, put my hand in the dirt. I'm not used to that. But it's really like getting a closer up standpoint of like linemen, especially the bigger guys, like against Westover and all of them. It's like really, you got to really fight to get off the lineman too. It's not easy.
So Coach said he feels like that's your better position is a defensive end than as opposed to linebacker. What do you think suits you better? What do you think it is about that position that plays better to your strengths?
I really like defensive end because I'm quicker than most linemen too. Those tackles, they can't stop me. So that's really like, and then when I slant inside, I like using a lot of pass rush moves too. So
what's your go-to move? If you got to have a stop right now, you know the pass is coming. What's your go-to move?
I like ghosting a lot, or a euro.
All right, very good. Coach, anything you'd like to add?
He's doing a good job, man. He's doing a real good job. I mean, he's coming along, and it's going to be promising. I mean, I think if we play the brand of football we played on Friday night, we got a real good chance to do some things in the conference.
All right, very good, very good. Scotland this weekend. Good luck, guys. Keep it up, and we'll be keeping an eye on the game. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show. We'll be back with the Farm Bureau Scholar Athlete of the Week for Southern Lee on the other side of the break.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
We have a home at 225 Sanford Place.
Bring it.
We have automobiles.
Bring it.
I have golf clubs.
Bring it.
We have a trampoline.
Bring it.
I have jewelry.
Bring it.
For all your home,
Auto,
life,
all your insurance needs, give us a call at 919-774-4440.
come see us in person. 1720 Westover Drive in Sanford, right beside Davis Steakhouse.
North Carolina Farm Bureau is a proud sponsor of
Scholar Athlete of the Week Award.
All right, welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Carson and Hunter back on the set, about to give away some hardware. Coach, who do we have with us?
Well, it's a guy I know. We got Brett Tate Blanks. He's our starting receiver, starting cornerback. He started at safety this week for us. He's probably, in my opinion, he's definitely a scholar. He's a 4.0 average guy in the classroom, so he gets it done in the classroom. But I think, BJ is probably the best sophomore athlete in the county. He plays football, plays varsity baseball. He plays basketball. He can run track if he wants to run track. He has good speed. So not only is he a scholar, but he's a dynamic athlete. He's going to be that guy that replaces Anthony for us next year, the guy that we're going to have to get 15, 20 possessions on the offense, get him the football in his hand. He had a 70-yard touchdown this week against Richmond. They couldn't cover him. He's open most of the time. That's why we're trying to develop Robbie's passing game so we can get him in positions where he can get the ball more. So we have B.J. Blanks, scholar athlete. He's also my son. So
And even though he's your son, you don't throw compliments around like that very
No,
often.
I
So
don't.
that's high praise. Now, Coach just put it tight. It's the best sophomore athlete in the county. That's strong praise. You've done a lot on the football field already in a very short amount of time. What do you think, if you had to do one thing, if you could choose one role on the football field, what would it be?
Receiver.
Okay. And what about your game would make you a special receiver?
My speed and my lesson. I can move like good. Like really good. Make plays on the ball.
What's your favorite route to run?
Go route.
Of course. All right.
As you can tell, we have to fight to get BJ to talk. BJ doesn't. He's not a talker at all. So this is probably the most words he's said in a long time.
The go route is there anybody at Southern Lee's faster than you? Anybody in a conference faster than you? All right, I like that. I like that. Baseball wise, what's your position?
Outfield.
Okay. And if you were to give me a scouting report on the baseball side, how would you describe your game?
I can get the long ball and I can hit too. I can hit any ball in the strike line.
All right. As you move on through the rest of the next couple of years in high school, you may get a decision. You know, everybody says, "Well, I want to play both." If you had to play college baseball, college football, which way do you think you'd lean?
Football.
Okay, very good. Coach, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, that's just thank y'all for having us here, and like I said, just have the community come out and watch the show that Southern Lee's putting on, and watch us grow, and just trust in the process, and eventually we're going to reach that plateau.
All right, Carson. Everybody's throwing stuff around. Is there a better golfer in Lee County than you?
I'm not going to answer
Man,
that question.
come on, man. Everybody else has been like, no, that's the best. I'm the best. I'm the best athlete. You're supposed to be like, yeah, I am kind of the best. No, really.
I'll answer for him.
What?
I'll speak up for him.
It's a short list of better golfers in the county. All right. And I'm not on that list, by the way.
Neither am I.
Carson Wright, this guy right here, this guy can play. He's the ringer for yeah. It's cool. All right. Coach, anything to add? Carson, Hunter, anything to add?
So I was just going to say, we tell people all the time, I tell people daily, if you don't know your agent's name, don't know his phone number, can't call him on a weekend, you can call a 1-800 number, anything like that, shop around. If you don't have anybody reliable to call, give us a call, let us get a chance, just come and sit down with us, you can call me anytime. People do.
Speaking of that, in the insurance business, it's a good career. It's good for your family, opportunities, go to your kids' games. We need people like BJ in the business. It's versatile. They can handle anything thrown at them. We do need another agent, so if anybody's interested, give us a call.
All right. I mean, you guys, I told you, y'all smile so much. Maybe I'm going to quit what I do, come work with you guys. All right. For now, I'm with King Law Firm on site tonight. We will be on site in Rayford this weekend with a close eye on what's going on in Laurinburg. Everybody's traveling 1,000,000 miles this weekend with this awesome conference we've cobbled together. Anyway, this has been the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Coach Blanks, Coach Burdeau, all the players that showed up, Carson, Hunter, Merritt, thanks to everybody involved. We will see you this weekend. Stay tuned after this show immediately following. I think there'll be a break or two. But you can see a replay of the Union Pines Lee County game from this weekend. Big win for Lee County. I'll be in Moore County tomorrow night with the Union Pines coach, and it will be a completely different tenor of the show, I'm sure. We will see you all Friday night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We took our signature sandwich and pumped up the bass. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club, remixed by Zaxby's.
If you've been injured in a car crash, the personal injury lawyers at King Law Firm will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
The Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert, only on the NFHS Network. Brought to you by New Image Media.